think insurance, think spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf. Fuel for game day with their delicious burgers, their hot dogs, fried chicken, barbecue sandwiches, French fries. On their 27-hole miniature golf course, that is indeed a Berks County staple. Visit Shell's on the 5th Street Highway in Temple alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool, and a great night of high school basketball. We finish it off with a dandy. It's the Red Knights, 9-3 in Division I. Right behind them was Muhlenberg at 8-4 in the division. Again, they split their two games, and the winner of tonight moves on to the county championship to face Berks Catholic, who beat Exeter in the first boys semifinal night, 57-40. But Rich, this is what these kids are looking forward to. These are the games they look forward to the most, and we know what this is going to be. It's going to be 32 minutes of basketball. Nothing will be a playoff, a ball on the floor, nothing. There will be no time taken off.
Everything will be contested, whether it's a shot, a rebound, a loose ball, it doesn't matter. It will be intense, it will be physical, it will be as good as advertised. It's only round 3, Bob, because we could have round 4 next Friday night in Laureldale in the quarterfinals of the District 3 6A playoffs.
Right now, the district playoffs, the final games are as of tonight, and the playoffs do not count. But right now, Muhlenberg is the 4 seed, Reading High is the 5 seed in the boys 6A bracket. So I'll let you figure it out what it would take, and that's a win for the both in their first district playoff game, and that could be round 4 a week from Friday. We brought it up to both coaches, and they both looked at us like we had 3 heads because they don't want to talk about it, but we know it. It's out there in the distance. And we take a look now at our keys to the game. They're brought to you by RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience finding countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Red Knights and the Mules, and Rich Garcella has his keys to tonight's game.
For the 3rd-seeded Reading Red Knights, who will be in their black uniforms as the visiting team, Rick Perez has repeated his keys for us. 4 P's: poise, physicality, paint war, and protect the basketball. Reading has done that very well the last 2 months of this season. They had a little bump in the road at Berks Catholic on a Saturday afternoon a week and a half ago. But other than that, the Red Knights are playing very good, and I'm with Bob McCool on this. I would not want to be playing the Red Knights, either in this tournament or in the district tournament.
Nope. The Red Knights might just be peaking at the right time of the year.
Right. For the 2nd-seeded Muhlenberg Muhls, they'll be in their home white uniforms. For Coach Matt Flowers, they want to play fast offensively. They want to have composure defensively, and they want to play together. These first two games were decided by a total of 9 points. Muhlenberg won at the Geigel by 3, and Reading won by 6 at Laureldale. This should be a dandy.
It's time for our Spotlight, brought to you by Huber's Auto Group. Tonight we focus the spotlight on Muhlenberg Junior guard Justin Armstrong. I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Huber's is the region's answer for your car rental needs, whether taking the whole crew in a luxury van to Florida or just a few days to the mountains in an SUV. Huber stands by their reservations, ensuring that the ride you book is the ride you get. Check out their inventory. Get a quote at HuberAuto.com. That's Huber, Huber, auto.com. We point the focus of the spotlight on Justin Armstrong for this. Eli Hemmings has been pretty much of a constant for the Mules over the course of the season. But Justin Armstrong is a kid who is built for this kind of game because he's kind of that guy who kind of stays in the middle. Michael Miller is the heart blood of Muhlenberg. Matt Flowers tells us that all the time. Eli Hemmings is their best pure basketball player for sure. But Justin Armstrong, in the 3 years that we have seen him, has never gotten rattled, never seems to get the best of the game, never seems to get the best of Justin Armstrong. And that could be really big in this moment, in this floor, in this game.
Justin Armstrong is the engine that makes the Mules go. It might sound trite, but it's true. when they're playing well, or when Justin Armstrong is playing well, the Mules are playing well. He is fearless. He will go to the basket against anybody, any size, any strength, doesn't matter. He is the pulse of the Muhlenberg Muhls.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 110 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, a taste of Italy right here in Reading. For the Red Knights and their head coach Rick Perez back here in this place he loves so dearly, Santander Arena. Now in his 13th season, he's 298-80. I will let you do the math and figure out that Rick Perez needs 2 more wins for his 300th win.
I wonder, let's see. 298 plus 1 plus 1. Oh, he could get it Friday night if they win tonight and Friday.
Just a little thought for those who might be counting at home. He has won 6 Berks County titles. He's won 5 District 3 titles. And, of course, he will walk in infamy on the Castle of the Hill because he took this team to 3 state titles. He's 17-6 in this season, 9-3 overall in the division. And a change in the lineup for the Red Knights. In addition to the usuals of Justin DeCastro, Jameer Jacob, and Wesley Rosario, and Cameron Jones, getting the start tonight will be 6'1" sophomore Raven Rubio. And like the Red Knights, he is on a bullet heading upward. Raven Rubio was on the JV team a month ago. He's starting in the county semifinal for the Red Knights tonight. Cal Portalatin and Javon Merriweather will come off the bench for the Red Knights tonight. For Muhlenberg coach Matt Flowers, who of course was an assistant with Rick Perez at Reading for 10 seasons. Now in his 5th season at his alma mater, he is 83-44. And the Mules will go pretty much with the lineup that they have been going with since the beginning of January. That's Jeffrey Collado and Michael Miller inside. Not a lot of size north and south for Muhlenberg. Collado's at 6'1", Miller's at 6 foot, Nelson Malave, 6 foot junior, Eli Hemmings, 6'4" and a junior, and the aforementioned Justin Armstrong, 5'10" and a junior. Hemmings is at 16.5 a game. Malave is at 12 a game. Armstrong at 13. For the Red Knights, Justin DeCastro, one of the top scorers in the county. The junior's averaging 20.9 points per game. Wesley Rosario at 13.7. And Merriweather, again, coming off the bench at 12.1.
If this rivalry needed any more spice, let us not forget that Rick Perez and Matt Flowers have been very good friends for a long, long time. And let's not forget that 2 of Reading High coach Rick Perez's sons, his 2 sons, Jaden and Caleb, are in uniform for Muhlenberg tonight. Just to add a little bit more spice to this rivalry.
It is, and you want to add a little bit more to it? The Muhlenberg coaches are wearing the blue shirts with the gold letters that say family. Reading High is wearing black with red shirts that say familia. So everything is very familia for everybody in this. I mean, that's what this is. They believe their family. They are very much like that. But nobody wants to beat their brother like another brother. And that's the honest to truth in terms of these 2 teams.
Matt Flowers said to us, we have to win this game. Bob and I are looking at him. Now, wait a minute.
You know the season's not over,
The season's not over if you lose. Next Tuesday in the first round of the District 3 6A is a must-win. You have to win that or your season ends. Tonight, because this is only round 3, we could have another round or 2. Who knows? So he is so intent on winning this game tonight and so intense as well.
And the reason why is, among other things, not just because of the rival, because of everything else, but because what he figures and he talks about the culture of this program and what they want to do, because Muhlenberg has not been to a Berks County championship game since 1974, and they last won a county championship in 1969. Matt Flowers wants to change this. This is really cool. I hope you're watching this game tonight on our YouTube channel at 830 WEEU Sports, because the 2 teams with the 2 coaches who have had their tussles over the season, and the last game between these 2, we had it ended in a pushing and shoving contest where the law enforcement had to come in and had to clear the floor, get all the players off. are now embracing in a circle on the floor.
And there was also a skirmish at the Geigel in December after Muhlenberg's win there. So this is nice. It's obviously organized by the coaches. You know, let's play hard, play fiercely, and after the game, shake each other's hands and wish them well. Let's have no nonsense. I'm sure that's the message from Rick Perez and Matt Flowers to all the players. And now the players from each team, this is really cool.
Yeah, this is great.
This is really great.
To be honest, it started the last game in the national anthem line. It got ugly early, and it just continued to go. So hopefully this carries through. Go play 32 minutes of basketball, and at the end of the night, call it a good game.
Let's play basketball.
Tip-off of tonight's game is presented by the Coley Insurance Group. Discover the power of choice with Goosehead Insurance. The Coley Insurance Group with locations in Muhlenberg and Wyomissing. They are a fully independent insurance agency with access to over 40 top-rated insurance carriers to ensure that you get the best coverage at the best price. Whether it is auto, home, or life insurance, they have you covered. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice is yours. Call them today, 484-848-6088. We are about to get underway, and as Rich said, the Mules are the 2 seed. They're in the white with the blue and gold trim. Red Knights, the 3 seed, in the black with the red and white
and
trim.
We have a change in the lineup. I think Jaden Perez is in the lineup instead of Jeffrey Collado for the Muhlenberg Muhls.
Okay, so we make that adjustment again. Raven Rubio getting the start tonight for Reading High. Our officiating crew, Adonis Fleming, Jim Murray, Troy Lister. The ball is in the air. The game is underway, and it's the Mules and Nelson Malave who control it. He lobs it inside for Hemmings, who stepped on the end line. Mules will turn it over on their first possession.
Bob, before we go any further, this is an A-list officiating crew. They are veterans, and they are all very good.
Wesley Rosario bringing the ball up the floor, hounded by Michael Miller, who got in foul trouble fast in the game in Laureldale. Got off to a great start. Here's Cameron Jones for a step-back three and buried it.
Cameron Jones loves to take a three, and that was almost NBA distance.
18th of the season for Cameron Jones, who was outstanding. He was our player of the game in the overtime win in West Lawn.
Got a clock situation again, Bob.
We are only 7 seconds into the game according to the clock, but that is not the situation.
That is not accurate.
Yeah. There's been a possession on each end of the floor, and so unfortunately they are going to adjust that. They take a few seconds off the clock, and so it's now 7:45. So Cameron Jones with the three that puts the Red Knights on the board first, and now it's Muhlenberg with Eli Hemmings, guarded by Wesley Rosario, bringing the ball up the floor. Double stack at the top. Rubio knocks it away from Miller, who regains it out near half court. Malave, Jaden Perez, Armstrong, Hemmings, and Michael Miller, the 5 who are on the floor for Muhlenberg. Hounded and taken away by DeCastro. DeCastro poked away by Malave from behind. DeCastro stole it from Hemmings. Malave poked it away from Hemmings. It's Muhlenberg basketball.
Nelson Malave, who hit the game-winning three-point shot at the buzzer in Muhlenberg's opening or quarterfinal win over Wyomissing. Malave played at Reading until this year, transferred to Muhlenberg.
Inbounds for Rosario, top of the key, three is no good. Michael Miller has the rebound, almost threw it away, but Malave regroups, double team, gives it up. Miller skipped past him left to right for Armstrong. Drives on Rubio to the rim, no. Rebounded, and Armstrong tried to take it back. It's still loose on the floor. Get used to it. It'll be on the floor, and there'll be bodies on every ball on the floor.
Each loose ball will be like a rugby scrum.
So it's 3-0 Reading High on top after the Cameron Jones three-pointer.
Muhlenberg showing a little bit 2-2-1 press.
No problem to get across half court. Rubio behind the pack will lay it in for the Red Knights.
Miller tipped the pass, but he didn't get enough of it, and Rubio got the layup.
5-0 jump for the Red Knights. We're a minute and 15 in. Hemmings for three. Big shot.
It's really important for Muhlenberg to get Eli Hemmings going offensively early.
Hemmings at 16.5 points per game. That's on the floor as Jameer Jacob lost the handle on it for a moment, but it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Muhlenberg. So the Red Knights will keep possession after the Eli Hemmings three makes it a 5-3 difference in favor of Reading High. Rosario off to DeCastro screen. Screener roll beautifully. DeCastro had trouble with it, picks it up and lays it in.
Really nice kind of double pump. Got Hemmings up in the air.
And now a turnover right back as the Mules will turn it back. And Reading High will get it right back at half court as they threw it out of bounds.
Errant pass from Jaden Perez. Tried to get Hemmings down the sideline. It'll be Reading ball underneath its basket.
2.5 into the ball game, and Muhlenberg has already turned it over 3 times. Red Knights have tried to take advantage of it. Right back underneath, as Rich said. Right into Jacob. Up with a shot. Home. 4 different Red Knights have scored already. It's 9-3. Reading High on top. To the corner for Perez. Catch and shoot for 3. No. Rebounded by Rubio. Rosario will push it up the floor. Miller will try to make him give up his dribble. He does. Gives it for Cameron Jones, the sophomore. Into Rosario. Kicks out for DeCastro for 3.
DeCastro back-to-back baskets.
12-3. Reading High on top. Malave ahead of the pack. Will lay it right back in.
Armstrong with the long pass to Malave.
Makes it a 12-5 game. And Armstrong almost stole it away. Cameron Jones takes it back. Inside for Rubio. Quick shot, no. Rebounded by Perez. Hemmings in the middle of the floor. Kicks it for Armstrong. His first shot from distance is an air ball. And rebounded on a bounce by Jameer Jacob. Jones, Rosario, Jacob, DeCastro, and Rubio, the 5 on the floor for Reading. Swinging around for Jacob to the baseline for Rubio. Muhls in a 3-2, or actually a 2-3
right now.
Here's Rosario, shoot over the top, but no, Jacob inside position for the rebound.
2 baskets early for Jameer Jacob.
Everybody getting involved early for the Reading Red Knights, who lead it 14-5 as we pass 3 minutes in to quarter number 1. Malave step back for 3, no. Long rebound gathered up by Cameron Jones. Trying to get away from Hemmings, needs help and has it in Rosario.
Muhlenberg needs some stops, and they need them quick.
Kick out for Rosario for 3 more. No. Rebounded by Michael Miller. And he stepped on the end line. The Red Knights are going to get it right back. Michael Miller came down with the board, but he stepped on the end line. With that, Jeffrey Collado will now check in for Muhlenberg. Had been starting as coming off the bench tonight as Jaden Perez got the start. He comes out for Collado. Red Knights inbound underneath. .430 left to go in the first quarter. Reading High looking for a double-digit lead if they cash in on this possession. Jones flips it from left side to right for DeCastro. Guarded by Malave. Fights through the screen. Castro, a little fadeaway, well short. Rubio picks it up. Rubio off the rim. No. Hemmings gets the rebound. Armstrong, little stutter step move. Up ahead for Collado, who couldn't catch it cleanly. But it ended up in the hands of Jameer Jacob. Wasn't expected and lost it out of bounds. Substitution for the Red Knights. First off the bench is Javon Merriweather. 6'2 sophomore, silky smooth left-hander. He's averaging 12.1 points per game.
Terrific outside shooter.
31 threes on the year, the most for Reading High for Javon Merriweather. Armstrong to the baseline for Hemmings. Drives right into a pile of Red Knights, and a jump ball is going to be called. It's going to go over to Reading High.
Already 5 turnovers for Muhlenberg here in the first 4 minutes and change. Muhls got to play a lot cleaner than they have so far.
3:50 left to go in the first quarter. It is 14-5, Reading High on top. Merriweather gives it back for DeCastro. Takes a peek back, sees what Rick Perez wants to do. Trying to get by Malave. Nothing there for Merriweather instead. Gives it up immediately, sets the screen for Cameron Jones. Muhls switching on everything. Jones lost his dribble, gets it back, tried to feed it in the paint, poked away, taken away by Eli Hemmings. Hemmings tries to get it up ahead for Armstrong, who will wait for help. Hemmings, skip pass for Malave. Quick shot for 3, yes.
And Malave is so good up from the three-point line, especially when he's open. And that time he was open, wide open.
Hit a 3 for the Muhls to beat while missing at the buzzer on Monday night in the quarterfinals for a 70-67. Here's a shot from Merriweather, blocked by Miller. Picked up by the Red Knights from the baseline is DeCastro, who got a friendly bounce straight up in the air and straight back down through the net.
Turnover.
Then Red Knights turn it right, get it right back. Merriweather inside, nobody's fouled. Reading High taking away the inbounds pass. DeCastro with the steal. Merriweather with the miss, but he will shoot 2. Malave on the foul. His first, actually the first foul, believe it or not, of the game, the way these two teams play. With 2:48 to go, that's a stunner. Javon Merriweather will shoot 2 for Reading High. The sophomore is 71% free throw shooter in the season. Makes the first. Been an interesting journey for Javon Merriweather. He was a starter right out of the gate for Rick Perez. Really loves everything he brings to the table. Then suffered a concussion issue and missed a couple of games. They brought him back, started him, and then Rick Perez made the decision that he thought he was better served coming off the bench for his offense, and he's been doing that ever since. 2 for 2 at the line, gives Reading High a 10-point lead.
Jacob back in the game for Rubio. Josh Miller into the game for Muhlenberg.
18-8, Red Knights lead reaches double digits. 2:35 to go. Mules have the basketball in the hands of Nelson Malave from between the circles. For Armstrong on the right side in front of Reading's bench. Armstrong into the teeth of the defense, stripped and fouled.
Yeah.
Jacob and DeCastro were there, and it's going to be Jacob on the foul. First foul against the Red Knights, not a shooting foul. Three-quarters of the Berks County championships are set. Exeter with a victory over Governor Mifflin in game 1 tonight, 46-40. Wilson beat Reading High girls 51-39. The girls game will be Wilson against Exeter at 6 o'clock on Friday. Berks Catholic beat Exeter in the first boys game 57-40. The winner of this will face the Saints at 8 o'clock Friday night. After a Muhlenberg miss, Reading High to kick out. Rosario to DeCastro, no. Josh Miller into the game for Muhlenberg, pulls down the rebound. Mules back the other way. Down by 10. Armstrong from one end to the other. No. Hemmings with the cleanup.
Wow, what a leap by Eli Hemmings to finish.
18-10 as a result, and now there's a steal at half court and a foul. Josh Miller came up with the steal and then got fouled immediately. Foul's going to be on Rosario. First on Rosario, second on the Red Knights, second turnover for Reading High as well. Eli Hemmings, after a quick time, is at the side inbound. DeCastro is going to take his first breather as Michael Portalatin, 5'10 senior, will check into the game.
Portalatin, very tenacious on defense.
Cards Malave out near the circle. Collado comes out to set a screen for him. Portalatin fights right through that. Great story is Portalatin as well did not play basketball before this season for Reading High. Miller drives into traffic, and he's bumped and fouled. I think that's going to be on Jacob, but if it is, that's 2. Nope, it's going to be on Merriweather. Both were there. Merriweather gets called for the bumps. That's his first and Reading's third. Well, we picked up the pace considerably now in the foul column after a slow start. 18-10 our score.
And foul trouble has been an issue for both teams throughout the season.
Armstrong with the basketball. Collado sets the screen for him. Cameron Jones guards him. Josh Miller, right side for 3, misses everything, and a foul on Hemmings over the back. Eli Hemmings gets picked up, cuts whistle for his first foul, going over the back, looking for the offensive rebound.
I think Portalatin came down with the rebound. Hemmings tried to pluck it from him, but Portalatin had excellent position.
DeCastro, after a quick breather, is back in. Jacob out with 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. Red Knights sitting on an 18-10 advantage. Cameron Jones, Raven Rubio, Wesley Rosario, Justin DeCastro, Javon Merriweather, the 5 on the floor right now for Reading High.
Interesting matchup. Jeffrey Collado guarding Cameron Jones.
Jones will give it up instead for Rubio. Red Knights maybe going to hold for 1 here to finish off the first. Had it with a minute and change left to go in the first quarter. And Reading High going to hold it for a little bit here. Collado comes out to guard Cameron Jones to make it put the ball on the floor. Jones gives it up with 30 seconds left to go in that quarter. Reading in the hands of now Rosario. Down to 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Rick Perez with an 8-point lead and no hurry here. And there's a bump and a foul. That'll be on Josh Miller. That'll be his first, Mules' third. So Muhlenberg still does have a foul to give. Michael Miller will check back in now for Muhlenberg. Jeffrey Collado out. Also into the game for the Mules comes sophomore Ryan Hutchinson. And Josh Miller will come out. 18.7 for the Red Knights to finish off quarter number one. Red Knights scored the first 5 points of the game. Had a 10-point lead at one time. Here's Jones off the drive, dumps it off inside, and Rosario will shoot two.
Hutchinson with the hack.
So Wesley Rosario looking for his first points of the night, going to head to the free throw line. Senior is a 69% free throw shooter. Reading High looking to get back to the county championship. They lost to Wilson last year, 55-39. The last championship was 2023 when they beat Exeter in the county title game, 70-63. Of course, those two teams, Reading and Exeter 2023, made it all the way to the state final. Reading winning it over Roman Catholic. As Rosario misses the first with another coming his way. 2.5 left to go for Muhlenberg to try to get a shot off after the miss or make from Wesley Rosario. And he makes the second. Hemmings inbounds it. Half court to Hutchinson. Armstrong good if it goes. Partially blocked by Cameron Jones. And that will finish the first quarter. A good first 8 for the Red Knights. They lead it by 9 in the Berks semifinals. Reading 19, Muhlenberg 10. We're back with quarter number 2 live on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
We start quarter number 2 alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. It is the Reading Red Knights and the Muhlenberg Muhls looking for a date in Friday's Boys County Championship. Red Knights off to a good start, 19-10. Rich, Red Knights got scoring from 6 different players. Muhls, 5 from Eli Hemmings, 5 for Nelson Malave. That's it for their 10.
Yeah, Muhlenberg sloppy with the basketball. The turnovers really hurt them. Allowed Reading to get up 9. Reading shooting very well, 7 for 15 from the field. Justin DeCastro, 3 for 5. Off to a quick start.
Muhls also turned it over 6 times in the first 8 minutes. They'll get the basketball to start the second quarter. We are courtside here at Santander Arena. Armstrong, Malave, Hutchison, Michael Miller, and Eli Hemmings, the 5 on the floor for the Muhls. Hemmings got off to a quick start with that 3. Ends up the first quarter with 5. On the dribble. Kicks it out. Malave thought about the 3. Drives it into paint instead. Separation, but an offensive foul on that separation. Number 2 on Nelson Malave.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose him for an extended period of time. Matt Flowers is going to keep him in the game 20 seconds into the second quarter.
Raven Rubio, Cameron Jones, Wesley Rosario, Justin DeCastro, Javon Merriweather. The 5 on the floor for the Red Knights. Jones handling the basketball. Jones is emerged into a second point guard for the Red Knights. He drives inside, dumps it for Rubio, who missed the shot. Battle for the ball. Rosario pulls it away. Up off the rim, no. Rubio with another Red Knight offensive rebound, but traveled going to the floor. So Raven Rubio giving him a little, not necessarily size inside, but some effectiveness inside.
He's not very tall either.
Oh. 6'1" sophomore, who again was on the JV team. And Rick Perez finally said, I don't know why we have him still on the JV team. I'd like to use him off my bench. And tonight he becomes a starter. Here's Hemmings at the top of the key, guarded by Rosario. Going to try to back him down, nowhere to go. Going to pull up for the jumper instead. No. Fights, gets his own rebound. Right back up, blocked again by Rosario. Gets another rebound inside for Hutchinson, and a beauty for 2.
That's a really good pass by Hemmings in traffic. to Hutchinson.
19-12 as a result, and now a skirmisher of the ball. It's poked out of bounds. Jameer Jacob going to check back into the game now for Reading High. It will be Red Knight basketball at half court. Cameron Jones will come out with Jacob coming in.
Cameron Jones does not want to sit. He wants to stay in this game. He'll be in Rick Perez's ear. Brian Bankert's there on the bench to get back in this thing.
Great basketball IQ as the sophomore. Here's De Castro in a pickle and throws it away. Threw it for Merriweather, who had already cut back door. Red Knights turn over for a second straight trip. 19-12, Red Knights on top. Mules with the basketball. Armstrong quickly pushes it up the floor. Blocked by Merriweather. Loose on the floor, and Merriweather will take possession. Up ahead is Rosario. To the baseline for Rubio, and the Red Knights turn it right back. 3 in a row for Reading High. And with that, Cameron Jones right back into the game. Jaden Perez also into the game for Muhlenberg's. Armstrong will come out. Rubio comes out for the Red Knights. 6:11 left to go in the second.
Muhlenberg gaining a little bit of traction here. They were down 18-8. It's 19-12, playing a little better defensively.
Malave playing with 2 personal fouls with the basketball for Muhlenberg. And now a whistle away from the basketball. This is going to be underneath. I think this might be on Michael Miller.
No, it's on Jacob.
That's his
second. Second, right, I'm sorry.
So Jameer Jacobs' second personal is the first against the Red Knights here in the second quarter. It was away from the basketball, and it was just guys fighting for position down low, and that's where the foul was called. So Muhlenberg will keep possession, but now Jacob joins Malave with 2 fouls, 1 on each side. Hemmings off the dribble, double teamed. Brings it back for Miller, catch and shoot 3, no. Long rebound, loose on the floor, Rosario picks it up. Up ahead for Jacob, off the glass with the left hand for 2.
Jacob already with 6 points.
21-12, quickly up the other floor, and the Jaden Perez beats everybody down the floor for 2.
Rare time that Reading was slow to get back on defense in transition.
Here's Cameron Jones right back to the rim. No, ball loose on the floor. Jones ends up with it in the corner. Looking for help, finds it in Jacob, and a timeout for Reading High. Things a little disjointed for the Red Knights. Rick Perez calls the timeout. With 5:23 left to go in the first half, when we come back to Santander Arena, it's Reading 21, Muhlenberg 14.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Welcome back to Santander Arena alongside Rich Garcella. 21-14, Red Knights on top again. We're courtside from Santander Arena. Rich, I asked Matt Flowers if he thought playing here was an advantage. He said yes. I asked Rick Perez if he thought playing here was an advantage. He said yes. Exactly what I thought they'd say, but I'd ask the question anyhow.
Yeah, it's a bigger court, especially bigger than Muhlenberg's court, and both teams seem to be getting comfortable. Interesting note, Bob. Reading right now is out rebounding Muhlenberg 14-8. Both coaches said rebounding would be key.
21-14, Red Knights with the basketball in the lead. Cameron Jones, Wesley Rosario, Jameer Jacob, Justin De Castro, and also to the game for the Red Knights for the first time is the freshman Taiji Slaughter. Jones trying to get away from Hutchinson, does beat him off a dribble, floater from the right elbow for 2.
Cameron Jones was very determined.
23-14, Red Knights on top. Jones got the scoring started for Reading High with a 3. He's got 5. 4:45 remaining in half number 1. Red Knights on top by 9. Malave through traffic, no, but he's fouled.
Might be on Rosario, and that would be his second. Let's see.
Malave, like a running back through the line of scrimmage, just kind of tucked the ball underneath and went through bodies.
Yep.
And here he is at the foul line. It is Wesley Rosario's second, so he becomes the second Red Knight with 2 fouls with still 4:40 left to go in the first half.
And we have seen Wesley get into foul trouble, and they can't afford to lose him either for an extended period of time.
Olave at the stripe makes the first, and Rosario will come out. Jacob also comes out. Merriweather back in, Rubio back in.
Bob, this is a much deeper Reading team than it was in the early part of the year. We remember when Rick Perez told us when he looked down the bench, he didn't know who to put in.
He looked
back
down
in
and
December.
Went, nah, no, but he's completely different. We gave him props before the game tonight. He has built a bench this year, and Raymond Rubio is the poster child of that. He not only came off the JVs to the bench and now starting tonight. There's Merriweather, gives it up for Slaughter and for DeCastro. With 4:20 to go in the half. DeCastro in traffic, travel. Castro trying to get on track here in the second quarter. He does not have a point yet after a 7-point first quarter.
Reading, the team not playing clean basketball this quarter with 4 turnovers. Muhlenberg with none so far here in the second.
And as a result of that, they've chipped away. It's a 23-16 game, and here's going to be another bump and a foul. This time on Hemmings driving through. I believe this one's going to be on DeCastro.
Yep.
That's going to be his first.
Wasn't sure if it was going to be on DeCastro or Jones.
Team foul number 3 on the Red Knights.
Yeah, but the call is DeCastro.
Not a shooting foul, or is it? Hemmings is selling it. He's at the stripe.
No.
It is.
No. The officials. You're not pulling a fast one on these 3 officials.
Stand there. Maybe they'll give you the ball.
Not on these 3 guys.
Jay Perez will inbound for Hemmings. Dangerous pass. Hemmings tall enough to pull it away. Finds Perez underneath. Count it.
Great pass by Eli Hemmings. Behind the defense. Finds Jaden Perez, who now has a chance at a 3-point play.
So Perez is no more for his 3-point shooting, scoring both his best buckets in the paint tonight. Now a chance to add to it at the free throw line. As Tajay Slaughter gets called for his first foul. And the Red Knights 4th. So the next foul against Reading puts Muhlenberg at the stripe for the remainder of the first half. And 3 more in the column for Muhlenberg makes it a 23-19 game. Josh Miller checking in at the stoppage for the Mules. Will now fall back into the half court. Here comes Ryan Hutchinson to check in for Perez. Still halfway through the second quarter. So Muhlenberg has chipped their way back in this with still plenty of time left in the first half. It's what was a 9-point Red Knight lead here in the second is now down to 4. Jones through traffic, dumps it inside for Slaughter. Up, no, but he's fouled. Slaughter got Michael Miller on his back. Missed the shot, but he will shoot 2. First foul on Michael Miller. That was a problem, as we mentioned earlier in Loyalty. He picked up, my memory's right, Rich, I think it was 3 at halftime and then picked up an early one in the 4th. And I think he was done before the third quarter was over.
He picked up a 4th at the end of the second quarter.
And then fouled out in the third quarter.
Yep.
Slaughter, the freshman, makes the first. Slaughter becomes the 7th Red Knight to score in this game. Talking about building a bench. Second, no good, and Armstrong has the rebound. So it's 24-19, Reading High on top. Malave from one end to the other, no. Rebounded by Slaughter. DeCastro quickly up ahead for Rubio. Touchback right back to DeCastro, who flies to the rim, missed it. Michael Miller there to pull down the rebound for the Mules, who are going back the other way. In the hands of Armstrong. Armstrong right to the hole, blocked and fouled.
And
a technical foul on Rubio at the end, it would appear.
I'm not sure. It must be, because Muhlenberg players look happy. And these officials are not going to put up with much tonight.
Right. Look, the reality of it is everybody knows what happened the last time they played.
Both times.
And so the best way to make sure it doesn't happen is to try to get it under control from the get-go. And these 3 guys who have been here and been through these wars just like the players have. So the foul, I believe, is going to be on Rubio to begin with, and then the technical foul as well. So they only announced 1 foul. Yep, there
Yep,
it is.
it's a technical on Rubio, so he's got
So he has
Armstrong
2 fouls.
misses.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
this should be a 4-shot foul. It should be 2 on the shot and then the technical foul.
Yep.
So Justin Armstrong at the free throw line misses them both.
Wow. Muhlenberg is not a good free throw shooting team. Armstrong at 65.5 misses them both, and now Malave at the line for 2.
Right. So Armstrong shot the technical fouls. Malave now shooting the personal foul because he was the one who was driving to the bucket. And now Muhlenberg's going to get the ball at half court. So down by 5. This was an opportunity for Muhlenberg to really cash in on it. Malave makes the first after Armstrong's 2 misses. And again, as a result of the technical foul, Muhlenberg's going to get the ball at half court. 3:30 still left to go in this first half. Makes them both. 4 for 4 at the free throw line for Malave all in this quarter. 9 on the night, makes it a 24-21 game. And Muhlenberg, as we said, gets the ball at half court.
This could end up being a 4-point play or a 5-point play, and had potential to do. The Mules had potential to do more damage, but Armstrong missed both free throws.
Mules right now on a 7-1 run. Reverse what was a 9-point deficit, makes it a 3-point game right now. Can cut it to 1 here, tie it with a 3. Perez for the 3. No. Malave with a rebound and a putback.
Reading went zone on that possession. Perez tried to attack it with a deep 3, and Malave cleaned it up.
Nelson Malave having himself a night. The Mules are within 1, but Merriweather changes that right back on the floater to the glass, and now a turnover. Red Knights pick it up in the open floor. To the corner for DeCastro. Double team, flips it out. Merriweather wide open for 3. Yep.
We told you, Merriweather is so good offensively, you cannot leave him alone like the Mules did there.
5 straight for Javon Merriweather. What was a 1-point game is now a 5-point game as a result of those 5. 29-23, Red Knights on top.
Looks like a 1-2-2 zone that Rick Perez went to, or maybe even a 1-3-1.
2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the first half. And a timeout called by Muhlenberg. The Mules will burn their first timeout with 2:23 remaining in the first half. When we come back to Santander Arena, Reading 29, Muhlenberg 23, live on WEEU in Reading.
When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
I'm Adrian Polanco, Student Body Vice President at Burst Catholic High School. Faith isn't just something we talk about here. It's something we live every day. Whether it starts our mornings in prayer, celebrating Mass together, going on retreats, or serving others in our community, our faith guides who we are and how we treat one another. Being rooted in God gives us purpose. It teaches us compassion, integrity, and leadership. At Burst Catholic, faith brings us together as one family. This is Burst Catholic, a time to be bold. To learn more about my school, visit burstcatholic.org.
2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter following the Muhlenberg timeout. Matt Flowers feeling the need to make the timeout happen because Javon Merriweather changed the complexion of this game in a heartbeat. Muhlenberg had cut it to a 1-point game at 24-23. Merriweather made a bucket. They came up with a steal and then made a 3. So a 5-0 run for the Red Knights and Javon Merriweather. It's a 6-point game in favor of Reading High at 29-23. The Red Knights have never trailed. Inside, they force it into the paint. It's taken away by Reading High. Back-to-back turnovers for the Mules. Rosario in the open floor for DeCastro. Through traffic and off the glass and 2.
Really good no call. A Muhlenberg defender flopped. DeCastro.
And Rosario with a steal on the other end. 4 straight Muhlenberg turnovers. Red Knight lead back up to 8, and they got the ball back. Jones, little stutter step. Floater, 2 more.
Pretty left-handed shot by Cameron Jones.
Red Knights suddenly have matched their largest lead of 10, 33-23. Turning defense into offense.
Everything changed when Rick Perez went to this zone defense. It's been extremely effective.
Perez drives inside the arc, looking for help. Muhlenberg is open, trying to get that step-back three going, can't do it. Hemmings, catch and shoot, corner three, no. Rebounded by Jones, in the open floor for DeCastro. DeCastro puts on the Jets, dumps it off for Rubio, no. Fight for the rebound and a foul.
Rubio, it's uncanny how he's able to get rebounds. It really is.
Justin Armstrong gets whistled for the foul for Muhlenberg. Rubio is racking up the rebounds. If he can start to finish some of those off inside, he's going to be a real headache for Muhlenberg.
Yeah, DeCastro made a brilliant pass to him inside, and he put up an off-balance shot. Rubio did and missed.
Rubio's out. Jameer Jacob back in. Ryan Hutchinson back in for Muhlenberg. Jaden Perez comes out. 1:10 left to go in the first half. Muhlenberg on defense. Reading High underneath their own bucket. On top by 10. Inbounds for DeCastro inside the paint. Nobody's fouled.
Looks like on Michael Miller, Bob.
Yep, that'll be his second. Puts DeCastro at the free throw line. DeCastro had not scored in the second quarter until he came up with that floater through traffic. And now with 9 points, he steps to the free throw line. He's become one of the really good scorers in Berks County basketball this is junior season. Makes a free throw here. It'll be the 23rd time he's been in double figures, and he's pure on the first.
Also gives Reading High its biggest lead of the night at 11. $10-0 run, right? It was 24-23?
It was. And make it another 35-23. The largest lead, as Rich said, for the Red Knights on the 2-for-2 for DeCastro. He's got 11, and the lead is 12 with 1:05 left to go. Big spot here for Muhlenberg.
Yeah, they've got to work. Get a shot, a good shot. Get it to Hemmings or try to maybe get Jaden Perez free around the three-point line.
To the corner, Hemmings goes baseline, up and under
there
beautifully.
Yep.
Eli Hemmings with a big-time baseline move. Makes it a 10-point game. 45 seconds to go in the half.
I think Rick Perez wants one shot here. Let's see if the Red Knights can hold it.
Any foul by Muhlenberg puts Reading on the line to shoot two. Rosario out near half court, guarded by Miller.
Miller's got to be careful not to pick up his third foul, especially 40 feet away from the basket.
Rosario knows that for sure. Now it's a timeout for Reading High. Red Knights will call the timeout with 23.1 left. And we'll keep it here. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Rick Perez and the Red Knights. Coach Perez laughing because he thought they weren't seeing him. I can't imagine they couldn't hear him. He was just about out on half court trying to get the officials' attention. With 23.1 left, the Red Knights call a timeout. As Rich said, the Red Knights have their way. They will hold it for one last shot. Will Muhlenberg's defense allow them to do that?
Well, this quarter, Reading's got a little sloppier with the ball, but that was early in this quarter. The last 2-3 minutes, they've played a very clean game, and right now, with 23 seconds left, Muhlenberg's got to be careful because the next foul puts Reading in the bonus. This is going to be a balancing act for the Mules, but they cannot let this lead grow more than it is, and right now it's at 10.
Muhlenberg was able to take advantage of that Red Knights sloppiness to cut this to a one-point game. The Red Knights pushed right back. It's a 10-point game right now.
Double team here.
Rosario gives it up for Jones. Again, the beauty of having 2 point guards on the floor right now for Reading. Rosario and Jones with 15 seconds to go in the first half. Jacob comes out high to set a screen. 10 seconds to go. Jones. Little crossover floater, no. And an offensive foul on Cameron Jones. Ran right into Nelson Malave. And with 2.6, Muhlenberg gets another possession. It is a player control foul, so it's not a shooting opportunity for Muhlenberg. They'll get Jaden Perez on the floor for his ability to shoot.
Have you seen Michael Miller throw an option pass in football, Bob? Because
he could do just about anything on a football field. Across half court for Armstrong. Perez, good if it goes. Off the front of the rim, no good. And that will send the two teams to the locker room with the Reading High Red Knights on top. Looking to get back to the county finals first time since 2025. last season, looking for their first title since 2023. Muhlenberg, it has been a lifetime since the Mules have been to the county final. They're down by 10 at the break. Reading 35, Muhlenberg 25, back with our Lincoln Plumbing Heating halftime show after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555. Updating your furniture and appliances? The Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County can help. The Restore offers free pickup of your gently used furniture and appliances from your Berks County home. We offer convenient scheduling for our free pickups through our website, restoreberks.org. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. You might just find that special thing to tie the room together at the Restore. Support your community with your donation to the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. The Reading Red Knights on top of the Muhlenberg Muhls, 35-25. Looking for a date on Friday night to play Berks Catholic in the Boys County Championship. Exeter girls and Wilson girls have punched their ticket to the county final. That will be at 6 o'clock. We'll have that one for you here on WEEU and our free video stream as well on our YouTube page at 8:30 WEEU Sports. We will continue with that video coverage all the way through the district championships as well here on WEEU. But 35-25 is our score at the break. Rich, you always talk about games or runs, but this game of runs was really pretty much around a run of turnovers. Reading High got out of a good start because Muhlenberg was sloppy with the basketball. Opened up a 10-point lead in the first quarter. Mules got back in it when the Red Knights got sloppy with the basketball. Got it to a one-point game. Flipped that script right back around again. The Red Knights took advantage of some Muhlenberg turnovers, and they're right back up by 10 again.
Yeah, and the key move there by Rick Perez was switching to a zone defense, a 1-2-2, which caused problems for Muhlenberg. Kind of closed off the inside. Hemmings was able to get to the basket once, but really nobody else could in those last 3.5 minutes of the second quarter, and it allowed the Red Knights to regain a 10-point lead here at half.
You know, one of the keys that we thought to this game tonight, we talked about Justin Armstrong as our Huber Auto Group spotlight. He did not score in the first half. Michael Miller, who Matt Flowers will tell you in every game we do that Michael Miller is the key to what they do. He did not score in the first half as well. So it was Melson Malave helping to keep Muhlenberg in this game. They got 5 big points off the bench from Jaden Perez that helped the cause, and Eli Hemmings was 7, but just not a whole lot of scoring options for Muhlenberg. Flip side for the Red Knights, who got offensive production from 7 different players.
Yeah, that balance and that depth, which Reading didn't have early in the season when we had Reading probably three or four times at the Geico Complex. They do have it now, and Reading has really good balance. And Wesley Rosario, their second leading scorer, has just 1 point, 1 of 2 from the line. He's 0 for 4 from the field. So Reading's been able to build this 10-point lead without Wesley Rosario, who had 26 points in the last meeting between the two teams. That's very important. Muhlenberg's got to do a better job protecting the basketball. It's something that both coaches harp on, but really, Matt Flowers has to emphasize that at halftime, and the Mules have to do a better job off the glass. Reading has controlled both offensive and defensive rebounds here in the first half.
Both these two teams will continue their season into the District 3 playoffs. Both will be in Class 6A, which gets underway on Tuesday night. District 3 playoffs get underway on Monday. The boys' 6A class gets underway on Tuesday night. Muhlenberg right now is the 4 seed, and they are set up to play Cedar Crest unless anything changes on this, the final day of playing games that count for the playoffs, for the district playoffs. Nope, league playoffs, the Berks County playoffs, the Lancaster League playoffs, the Mid-Penn playoffs, those games do not count towards your district playoffs. But there were some teams out there that do have some games they have to make up.
Well, I just checked. The last update was at 9:04, 22 minutes ago. And right now, Reading is in the 5th slot in 6A at 740,383. And Wilson is right behind at 739,086. So that is 1,000th of a point. And I'm going to guess that it could change. So we may not have a potential Muhlenberg-Reading district quarterfinal next Friday. We'll see when the dust settles at the end of the day.
Right. So Muhlenberg right now as number 4 would play Cedar Crest if the brackets hold or the power rankings hold. And Reading, if they hold at number 5, would play number 12 York High on Tuesday at the Geico. So Muhlenberg at 4 at home against Cedar Crest. Reading at the 5 at home against York.
And there was another change in 6A. As of the moment, Wilson will not play Cumberland Valley. Will play Conestoga Valley at home at West Lawn on Tuesday night.
Okay.
Now, that's tentative, and things can change the rest of the night. I'm not sure. I know this is the last day that the games count. I don't know what time that the ratings are pulled.
Right. So some teams, again, are still playing some regular season games, and if any of your league playoff games do not count. For example, Wilson's loss to Exeter on Monday night does not go against Wilson's schedule. What Reading and Muhlenberg did in their first-round games doesn't count toward, nor does this because these count as county playoffs. Again, Muhlenberg with a win over Wyomissing on Monday. Nelson Malave with the 3 at the buzzer to give the Mules a 70-67 victory. Wyomissing will continue in the District 3 4A playoffs, and Reading High beat Antietam 69-43 in their first-round game. The Mounts will continue in the District 3 3A playoffs, where they are the 3 seed. Reading High 35, Muhlenberg 25. We'll take a timeout. We're back with more high school basketball from center court here on WEEU in Reading.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
My name is Julian Rios, and I am Berks Catholic's student body president. Over the course of my 4 years in high school, Berks Catholic has strengthened me with our amazing pillars of God, family, academics, and fun. From exciting sporting events to creative dress-down days and spirited celebrations such as homecoming, dances, Spirit Week, and bonding days with our future saints, these moments bring our community together, strengthen school pride, and remind us that joy is an essential part of the Berks Catholic experience. For more information on how to become a saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org. York.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
We get set to start period number 3. Before that, we finish up our Lincoln Plumbing Heating halftime show telling you the leading scorers. For Reading High, it is Justin DeCastro with 11, 7 for Cameron Jones, and 6 for Jameer Jacob, 2 for Raven Rubio, and 1 each for Tajay Slaughter and Wesley Rosario. For the Mules, Nelson Malave with 11, Eli Hemmings with 7, 5 for Jaden Perez, and 2 for Ryan Hutchison. The start of our second half is presented in part by Financial Planning Advisors. Their team of professional advisors can help guide your investment planning, investment planning, retirement planning, or planning for the cost of your child's college education. Less than 2% of high school athletes receive a college scholarship. Financial Planning Advisors can help you plan for the increasing cost of college. Get Financial Planning Advisors working on your team. Call them at 610-376-6334 or go to financialpa.com. Cameron Jones off the start of the third quarter misses. Eli Hemmings does not on the other end. He counts it, and a foul. Hemmings with the bucket and the foul.
Jacob.
Jameer Jacob picks up his third right out of the gates. And Hemmings to the free throw line to make this a 3-point play. Mules needed a quick start, and Hemmings.
They need a quick start from Eli Hemmings and Justin Armstrong. Hemmings had 7 points in the first half. Armstrong did not score. They're the Mules' top 2 scorers for the season.
6'4" junior makes the 3-point play, averaging 16.5 points per game, and now in double figures with 10. Here's the pressure for Muhlenberg. Reading beats it. DeCastro up ahead, hooks around and scores.
What a shot. He streaked down the sideline and scored on a reverse layup.
37-28, DeCastro with 13. And now foul from behind as Hemmings was double teamed by Jones and DeCastro.
I think it's on DeCastro, Bob. Yeah.
No, it's Jones.
No, it's on Jones.
Jones was
second.
on one side, DeCastro on the other. Not a shooting foul. The Mules inbound underneath. Michael Miller, Jaden Perez inbounds for 3. Yes! Jaden Perez's big night continues.
Mules off to a quick start here in the first minute of the third quarter. 3-point play the old-fashioned way by Eli Hemmings and a deep 3 by Perez.
8 now for Perez with 55 seconds gone. Backdoor cut. Jacob misses. Tipped out of bounds. It's Muhlenberg basketball. Great look from Rosario to Jacob, but he could not finish. Up ahead, Malave with a scoop and a score. Nelson Malave with 13 makes it a 37-33 game.
Mules come out of the locker room playing with a lot of fire and intensity.
What was a 10-point lead to start the third for the Red Knights is down to 4. Jones drives, dishes, swinging around. Raven Rubio back out high for Rosario. Rosario directing traffic. He's done for 3 years in Red Knight uniform, but Malave steals it away. Up ahead, Hemmings on a 2-on-1, dishes it for Miller, who lays it in.
Nice pass by Eli Hemmings.
Michael Miller's first bucket brings the Mules to within 2. Quickly up on the other end of the floor, a bump and a foul. Rosario got fouled. And I believe they're going to call this on Jaden Perez.
No,
it's on Miller.
That's his third.
First against the Mules in the third quarter, but Michael Miller has to be careful. Inbounds for Jacob. Fade away. Yes,
Jacob,
with the friendly roll.
Jacob got the roll. Bob, end to end.
Rosario pokes it away from Hemmings.
Muhlenberg trying to force the issue here, trying to speed up the game.
39-35 Red Knights on the bucket by Jameer Jacob. That quickly, the ball's on the other end of the floor. Javon Merriweather will check it now for Reading High. DeCastro coming out. Very interesting. DeCastro with 13 points leads the Red Knights and coming out. Inbounds for Perez. Here's a catch and shoot 3 for Hemmings. No, off the design play. Rosario with a rebound. Rosario, Jones, Merriweather, Jacob, and Rubin, the 5 on the floor. Merriweather gives it right back to Cameron Jones. 5:45 left in the third.
Switch here. Michael Miller had been guarding Cameron Jones. Hemming's on him now, but there's Muhlenberg switching.
Again, Miller playing with three. Here's Merriweather from the foul line. No. Miller with a rebound. Justin Armstrong in the open floor. Floater for two. Off the glass. First of the night. And the Mules back to within two again at 39-37. 5:20 left in the third. No quit in the Mules. We told you this will be 32 minutes for either side. Jones drives, dishes for Merriweather, traveled. Mules get the ball back. Chance to tie or take their first lead of the night on a three.
I didn't think DeCastro would sit long. He's back in the game for Rubio.
Michael Miller, Justin Armstrong, Eli Hemmings, Jaden Perez, Nelson Malave. That's the way Matt Flowers started tonight's game. It's the way he starts the third quarter. Again, Muhlenberg has not led in this game. They're down by 2 with possession.
They've trailed by as many as 11.
Malave for the lead, no. Rebounded by Rosario. To the Castro in the corner, guarded by Malave. Gives it right back to Rosario. Jacob sets the screen. Rosario inside to Castro, no. Rebounded by Perez. The Mules get it right back. Armstrong in the open floor from one end to the other, puts on the brakes.
Armstrong likes to go to his left.
There he goes. But he dumps it for Malave instead in the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. Even on the big court. Nelson Malave came down on the end line. I don't think he still realizes what he did.
No, I don't think he did either. But nobody on the Muhlenberg bench is complaining to the referees.
Ryan Hutchinson will check in now for Muhlenberg. Jaden Perez will come out. Great effort tonight for Jaden Perez. Inbounds pass for Rosario. To the hole, yes, and a foul.
Rosario finally scores a bucket, and he has a chance at a three-point play. Foul's on Hutchinson, Bob.
That'll be his second. Rosario back to the free throw line where he was 1 for 2 for his only point of the game back in the first quarter. So the Mules right now got themselves back in this game as they did in the second quarter, but they just can't quite get over that hump, can't get inside. They got to tell a one-point game at one point in time in the second quarter, excuse me. Rosario makes the three-point play happen, makes it a 42-37 Red Knight advantage. 4:15 to go in the third quarter.
Reading still in that zone defense. Looks like a 2-3 right now.
Merriweather and Jones out high. Jacob, DeCastro, and Rosario on the back line. Halfway through the third. To the baseline for Miller. Right back for Armstrong. Flipping from left side to right for Malave. Thought about trying to drive between the zone, changed his mind.
They get somebody free in the corner.
Dangerous pass deflected by Jones into the hands of Rosario. Right back for DeCastro, taken right back by Armstrong. Turnover both ways. In the open floor, Armstrong stutters, drives, loses it, kicks it to Miller for three. No. Armstrong saved it, but he stepped on the end line. Great effort by Justin Armstrong, but he was on the end line when he jumped in the air. 3:25 left to go in the third. Lots of people going to sleep well tonight. I hope I'm one of them. 3:15 to go. Red Knights lead by 5. Winner faces Berks Catholic Friday night, 8 o'clock. Jacob backs down a defender, kicks it out. Jones open for three. Bang! Cameron Jones again.
He had a 3 in the first quarter. That was NBA range.
Right back up to an 8-point Reading High lead. Malave pulls it away from DeCastro in the paint. Pump fake, misses. Gets his own rebound, back up and home.
Malave, persistent, gets the follow.
15 for Malave, 6-point Reading High lead. 2:40 left to go in the third, 45-39. Cameron Jones, who just hit that three, is second of the night.
It's just an interesting matchup. Michael Miller guarding Cameron Jones. You would think it's a mismatch in speed, but Michael Miller's so quick. And Rosario
with a beautiful spin in the paint for two. 47-39 Red Knights. Right back the other way, Malave for three. No, and Jacob pulls down the rebound. And a foul as Jacob gave a bump to Hutchinson, and they're going to get him on a foul. Hutchinson was going for the reach in, and Jacob caught him with an elbow. That's going to be the fourth on Jameer Jacob.
And the team third, and a turnover.
So the Mules will get it right back, down by 8. Josh Miller will check into the game for the Mules.
Port-O-Latin in the game for Jacob.
The Red Knights get a little bit smaller, although Port-O-Latin's really good on the boards despite his 6-foot height. Here's Perez for three. That's short. And on cue, Port-O-Latin pulls down the rebound. 2 minutes to go in the third. Reading High 47, Muhlenberg 39. Again, Mules got it to 2. Red Knights pushed it right back.
They got it to 1 in the first half. They haven't been able to even tie the Red Knights, who led from the start.
Jones tried to throw it in through the paint. Malave stole it away. Up ahead for Josh Miller to the rim. No. Tipped out of bounds, and Miller's out of bounds. It's going to be no.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to correct that.
That's going to change.
Yeah, that's Reading High basketball.
The ball landed in Josh Miller's lap. And Problem was he was sitting out of bounds.
So with
Cameron Jones looks like he twisted something.
Officials timeout because Cameron Jones is hurt. He does not want to come out.
No, he won't come out.
No.
I mean, you're going to.
No. That had to be a flesh wound for Cameron Jones to even think about coming out. So he will come out. Raven Rubio back in with a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. So it's Rosario, Rubin, DeCastro, Merriweather, and Port-O-Latin, the 5 on the floor right now for the Red Knights. Reading High in no hurry with an 8-point advantage. Mules have only committed 2 team fouls, so they can play the foul game if they choose inside of a minute to go. Rubio sees an opening, dumps it for Merriweather. No good. Port-O-Latin with an offensive rebound. His putback is no good, and he's fouled.
It is unbelievable. Port-O-Latin is always around the glass, especially on the offensive end.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. He's the smallest Red Knight on the floor. I mean, he's 6 foot tall, but he's the smallest Red Knight on the floor, but he gets rebounds.
Fouls on Josh Miller, Bob.
So Miller picks up his second personal. Third against the Mules, putting Port-O-Latin at the line. He makes the first. First point of the night for Michael Port-O-Latin. Again, great story. Did not play basketball before this season at Reading High School. 51.1 left to go in the third quarter. Port-O-Latin, a 69% free throw shooter on the year. And makes them both. Back to a 10-point game.
Muhlenberg just has had to work so hard to get close, and then Reading goes on a little spurt, and they look up and they're down 10.
Malave tangled up in traffic and a timeout called. Matt Flower is going to call a 30-second timeout to save possession. To your point, Rich, I was just thinking to myself that this game has kind of taken on a bit of a Groundhog Day mindset. It seems to be just repeating itself with Muhlenberg grinding their way to a 1 or 2 point game. They can't quite get it over the hump, and the Red Knights push back and get it to an 8 or 10 point. That's happened 3 times.
Yeah, it's really something. Cameron Jones is limping around. I don't like the way he looks right now, and we'll see if he gets back in this game.
43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Reading High 49, Muhlenberg 39. And it will be Muhlenberg basketball following their timeout. Both teams with 3 timeouts left to call. Both teams have a foul to give yet here in quarter number 3.
This is an offensive lineup on the floor for Muhlenberg right now with Josh Miller in the game, added to Jaden Perez, Eli Hemmings, Nelson Malave, and Armstrong.
Yeah, probably their 5 best pure scorers on the floor right now. 35 seconds to go in the third. Malave to the foul line. Gives it around for Armstrong to Josh Miller. Miller drives through traffic and lays it off the glass.
Strong move by Josh Miller. Let's see if Reading will hold for one here, Bob.
I think they're going to try. Can they do it? 49-41 Red Knights. 18 seconds to go in the third. Ball in the hands of DeCastro. Goes to work, drives inside. Nowhere, puts on the brakes with 9 seconds to go. Right back to Rosario. The floor general with 4 seconds to go. Has to hurry, and a bump and a foul. They had the foul to give.
Not sure if they wanted a foul there, but it's going to be on the third foul on Josh Miller.
But it does.
Yeah, right.
Leaves them only 1.8 now to score. Can't commit a foul now if you're Muhlenberg. DeCastro, good if it goes. It does not. 8 minutes to play, and 8 points separate the two. After 3, Reading 49, Muhlenberg 41. Who will face Berks Catholic in the county championship? We'll find out when we come back after this. Listen to high school basketball on WEEU in Reading, presented by Savage Auto Group.
The cost of feeding your family can add up quick, but so can your savings when you use Redner's Rewards. Earn deals on groceries, gas, and everyday essentials just for shopping with your Redner's Rewards card. Like 5 cents off per gallon of gas with every $50 spent. Just fill your cart with fresh produce, quality meats, and the brands your family loves, and start earning savings on groceries, fuel, and more right away. Redner's Markets. Family owned, community focused, and helping you save every day.
Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
8 minutes to play as we start the fourth quarter. Courtside at Santander Arena, the boys semifinal that is Reading High and Muhlenberg. The Red Knights on top, 49-41.
Let's see if Muhlenberg has one last charge in them. I mean, you're right, Bob. Grinding is the right word. It's like they're climbing a hill all night, and they get near the top of that hill and slide backwards.
Muhlenberg will have the basketball to start the fourth. Josh Miller, who scored the last bucket for the Mules. Michael Miller back on the floor, forces inside the paint for Hemmings off the glass. Nobody's fouled. Hemmings thinking maybe he can get the three-point play. Will shoot 2 instead.
I think it's on Porta Latin. It is.
So Eli Hemmings to the stripe. Porta Latin picks up just his first. Hemmings shooting 2. He's 1 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. Perfect on the first. Hemmings had 23 in the game at Muhlenberg and 25 at the game at Reading in the matchup of these two games so far this season. He's at 11 right now and make it 12. 49-43. Here comes the pressure again from Muhlenberg. 1-2-2 with Hemmings out at the top. Rosario and Jones playing catch to get it to cross half court. Jones just gets it across. Lob pass taken away by Josh Miller. Red Knights turn it over. Right back to Mules. Armstrong from the elbow. Drives inside. Blocked and fouled. Foul's going to be called again, I believe, on Porta Latin. Justin Armstrong to the line to shoot 2 more.
Yeah, again, we said earlier, Armstrong loves going to his left, and for some odd reason, because he is right-handed, and he got Porta Latin up in the air. Porta Latin thought he had the block, but there was contact.
Armstrong had a hard time getting going offensively in the last meeting in Laureldale where the Red Knights won it. He's got just 2 points as he's at the line tonight, and he misses the first free throw. That's 0 for 3 from the stripe now for Justin Armstrong. Junior averaging 13.1 points per game. Looking for another here at the stripe. Red Knight lead is 6. We're 33 seconds into quarter number 4. Second is good. 49-44. And again, that allows Muhlenberg to put that 1-2-2 into effect. Jones quickly across half court. This time he's tied up and a jump ball. And it will be Reading High.
Reading ball.
Nelson Malave tying up Cameron Jones. Red Knights with Cameron Jones, Mike Cal Portalatin, Javon Merriweather, Justin DeCastro, and Wesley Rosario on the floor. In the hands of Rosario.
Cameron Jones has gotten a little sloppy here in the second half with the basketball, but here he drives.
Misses it. Merriweather with a rebound. Yes, and a foul. Javon Merriweather with the offensive putback and a foul. Red Knights have been really good on the offensive glass tonight.
They've been good on the glass overall at both ends of the floor. Again, both coaches thought rebounding would be a key in this game, and so far Reading has owned the glass.
It's also number 4 on Michael Miller. Merriweather's free throw is good. 10 for Merriweather. The lead is 8, 52-44 Red Knights. Josh Miller drives, flips it around for Malave. Lob inside for Hemmings. Pump fake, count the bucket, and a foul.
Great pass by Malave.
Eli Hemmings back to the free throw line again for the Mules. This time he was able to finish with the bucket, so he'll shoot to make this a three-point play.
Rosario, third foul.
So he becomes the second Red Knight in foul trouble. Jameer Jacob already on the Red Knight bench with 4 fouls. Rosario now with 3. Hemmings to try to make this a three-point play. And does. 4 for 4 at the stripe tonight for Hemmings. 52-47. Red Knight lead is 5, 6:50 to play. Rosario trapped. And the jump ball, it's going to be Muhlenberg basketball. The Mules apply the trap on Rosario and turn him over.
They forced 2 held balls here early in the fourth quarter. And the possession for the first one was Reading's. This time they get the turnover on alternate possession.
Still a ton of time left, 6:40 to go. The Mules down by 5. Backdoor cut, Josh Miller from Michael Miller.
Terrific pass by Michael Miller.
52-49 now our score. And again, stepped on the end line. DeCastro stepped on the end line. It's the third time tonight we've seen that.
It's crazy for how big this floor is. And nobody on the Reading bench is complaining.
Nope. Now they're right in front of it. So the Red Knights turn it over. Mules have it back. Down by 3.
Let's see if they can finally get a tie.
This has been the high water mark for the Mules. Hemmings trying to force it, ends up right back in his hands, and he lays it in.
Kept after it, kept the play going, lead down to 1.
For the first time since it was 24-23 in the second quarter. And a timeout, Red Knights. 6 minutes exactly left to play. Reading 52, Muhlenberg 51. Surprise, this one's going to the wire. We're going to have more when we get back on WEEU in Reading.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com. When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
6 minutes exactly remaining in this final semifinal of the night. Great night of basketball here at the Santander Arena. We expect there to be another one on Friday night for the girls and boys championship. Again, the lineup tonight: Exeter girls beat Governor Mifflin 46-40 in game 1. Berks Catholic beat Exeter boys 57-40 in game 2. And then it was the Wilson girls continuing their unbeaten run in Berks County play in 2026, beating the Reading High girls 51-39. 6 minutes to go in this finale. Red Knights on top 52-51. They've got the basketball, and they stepped out of bounds again. Javon Merriweather caught it, and he was on the line.
It's incredible. Back-to-back possessions for Reading. Turn it over on stepping on the sideline.
And to make it worse, they did it on the back end of a timeout. Malave off the weave. Mules looking for the first lead, but they turn it right back. Malave lost the dribble. Rosario running down the floor, missed it. Loose on the floor, Malave outlet up ahead for Armstrong on a 2-on-1. Armstrong blocked and fouled by Cameron Jones. End to end. And Armstrong to the line to shoot 2.
See who the foul's on.
Should be Cameron Jones.
Yeah, it should be
the only one there.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's his third.
Number 3 on Jones. He becomes the third Red Knight starter with at least 3 fouls.
Can Muhlenberg finally tie Reading or go ahead? Reading has led this entire game.
Armstrong 1 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. Misses the first.
No, I have him for 1 for 4.
I was right the first time.
Now he's 1 for 5.
.5:36 remaining in the ballgame. Makes the second, and we are finally tied. At least Muhlenberg figures we're finally tied. 52-52. Reading High had led from the get-go, jumping out to a 5-0 advantage. 52-52 with 5:25 left to play.
Muhlenberg certainly has the momentum. Let's see what kind of response Reading has.
DeCastro backs down Hemmings. Fadeaway blocked and fouled. DeCastro, 13 points in the night, will shoot 2 at the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 tonight.
Fouls on Hemmings, Bob.
Just his second. Mules first in the fourth. DeCastro, a 73% free throw shooter on the night, or on the season, 2 for 2 on the night. Fast start for DeCastro. It's 7 of his 13 points in the first quarter. He makes the first of 2 free throws.
Jacob back in the game for Rubio for Reading.
Again, playing with 4 fouls. Jameer Jacob back on the floor.
Got 2 players on the floor with 4 fouls. Michael Miller from Muhlenberg also with 4 fouls.
So the Red Knights right back up on top on the first of 2 from DeCastro. Makes them both. So 15 for DeCastro and a 54-52 Reading High advantage. 5:10 to go. Malave drives through traffic and not off the rib. And rebounded by Jacob. Outlet pass to Castro with a good catch. Pushes it up the floor. Flying to the basket. Laying it off, no. Merriweather flies in, gets the rebound off his foot and out of bounds. Red Knights had another offensive rebound, but they could not control it. 4:56 to go. Muhlenberg down by 2.
Just
with
another,
the ball.
Bob, just another Division I game, even though it's in the county semifinals.
Yes. Technically it's not, but style-wise it sure is. 4:45 to go. Hemmings going to try to back him down. No, he won't. He'll kick it around.
Hemmings wants it.
Down low. Spins on DeCastro off the glass. No, gets his own rebound. Good and a foul. Eli Hemmings has tied it up and to the line with a chance to give the Mules their first lead.
Great persistence by Hemmings. Kept after it. Got the offensive rebound. Put it back in. Has a chance at a 3-point play and to give Muhlenberg its first lead of the night.
19 now for Eli Hemmings. 9 of them in this quarter, which still has 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. And the Mules have their first lead. 55-54. Timeout, Mules. We'll take one as well. 4:34 to go. Muhlenberg on top, 55-54. You're listening to high school basketball at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
I'm Jada Doe, a senior at Berks Catholic High School. Berks Catholic offers a wide variety of advanced coursework and utilizes 21st century technology for the most effective and interactive learning experience. We have a team of dedicated college counselors who provide the best service for students' potential through remarkable efforts and strategic planning. Berks Catholic prepares us to be both college and life ready. For more information about my school and how to be a saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
Eli Hemmings' three-point play gives Muhlenberg its first lead at 55-54. It comes with 4:34 left to play in the ballgame, and Matt Flowers calls the timeout. So he's got 2 left. Reading High has 2 left as well.
Rubio checks back in the game for Jacob. Maybe an offense-defense thing here for Rick Perez, even though there's 4.5 minutes left. Muhlenberg in his zone coming out of the timeout.
With Hemmings at the top and that 3-2. Rosario now goes to the high post. They swing it around the perimeter. Jones off the Rubio screen for Merriweather. Inside look for Rubio. Taken away by Hemmings. The long arm of Eli Hemmings took it away.
Hemmings has really stepped up here in the fourth quarter on both ends of the floor and off the glass.
10 of his 20 in the fourth quarter for Eli Hemmings. 11th time this season the junior has been over 20 points on the year. Again, all 3 times against Reading High. This one is poked away. Rubio got his hands right back on it for Reading High. Rosario on the open floor. Good find to Merriweather. Gets himself inside in 2.
That was a Rosario steal and an assist and a Merriweather basket.
And the Red Knights are back up on top as a result, 56-55. 3:35 left to play. Malave from up high with Merriweather guarding him. Gives it up instead for Hemmings.
That's a heck of a matchup. Hemmings guarded by DeCastro.
Scorer against scorer. Hemmings with the size advantage. Calls Josh Miller out to set a screen. Lots of dribbling right now for Hemmings. Matt Flowers is imploring him to give it up, and it's tipped away by Rosario and off of Michael Miller. Turnover, Muhlenberg.
2 outstanding defensive plays by Wesley Rosario. A steal and then forcing the ball off Michael Miller.
3:05 to go. Red Knights on top by 1. They've got the ball. Jones drives, dishes for Merriweather. Catch and shoot 3. Merriweather in and out. Michael Miller skies for the rebound for the Mules. Pushes it up the floor quickly to Hemmings. Hemmings, Euro step, in and out. Gets his own rebound, missed it. Battle for it and lost it out of bounds. 2 golden opportunities for Eli Hemmings, and he came up empty.
He just couldn't get either one to fall.
Still 2:45 left to go in this one. The way these 2 teams play, that is a ton of time.
We got an eternity.
With a 1-point game in favor of the Red Knights, 56-55.
Big players step up at big moments, Bob. I look for Reading to try to get the ball into DeCastro, who's right now has been guarded by Malave.
Rosario goes around Hemmings, who fouls him. That's Hemmings' 3rd. Mules' 3rd as well.
Mules foul on number 1, Eli Hemmings is 3rd. Team 3rd.
Cameron Jones, Wesley Rosario, Raven Rubio, Javon Merriweather, Justin DeCastro, the 5 on the floor for Reading High. DeCastro with 15 on the night, but only 4 of them here in the second half, and 2 of them are at the foul line.
Bob, it's interesting. Rosario has done most of the ball handling here in this fourth quarter rather than Cameron Jones. Rick Perez putting the ball in the hands of his senior.
And as you said earlier, Cameron Jones has made a couple errant passes in this second half. Here's DeCastro in the paint, missed it badly, and Michael Miller has a rebound. Back the other way come the Mules. Malave up ahead for Hemmings. Drives, tucks, scoops, and scores!
Oh, what a pretty move by Hemmings. Tucked it in like a football ball carrier.
Right back on top is the Mules. 22 for Eli Hemmings. 1:40 to go. 57-56. Round 3 in another heavyweight fight. Hemmings now guarding Rosario, trying to beat him off the dribble, and he does.
Wow, really showed a burst of quickness there, Wesley Rosario.
58-57, Red Knights back up on top. Miller tied up, loose on the floor. Merriweather pulls it away, and a timeout called by the Red Knight bench. Javon Merriweather with the steal. Red Knights have it back. 1:15 to go. They've got a 1-point lead. back to the arena after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
1 minute, 15 seconds left to play in the finale of the county semifinals. Again, the championships are right back here at the arena. Friday night, $10 gets you see the girls and boys county championship. 6 o'clock for the girls, 8 o'clock for the boys. If you can't make it out, we'll have it for you live here on WEU and our free video stream as well. YouTube at 8:30 WEU Sports.
Ryan Hutchinson in the game for defense for Muhlenberg. Josh Miller sits down for the moment.
70 seconds to go. Rosario with the basketball. Red Knights with a 1-point lead. Rosario gave them that lead on that beautiful move to the hole. Maybe trying to do it again.
Fouled
Hook
him
from behind.
Yeah, Hutchinson just put his hand on his hip.
Yep, just grabbed him.
You really. That's the 4th team foul. Next one, Reading's in the bonus.
3rd on Hutchinson, so the Red Knights will inbound underneath. 57.1 left to play.
I'm not sure if that's what Matt Flowers wanted.
Cameron Jones, the inbounder, looking under the bucket, goes out high. Jacob has to save it. It does.
And he does. Wow.
What a great play by Jameer Jacob. Merriweather drives, dishes for DeCastro.
Oh, what a pass by Merriweather, who's played so well in the 4th quarter.
Red Knight lead is 3, 60-57, 45 seconds to go. Hemmings trapped. Timeout. Mules will call the timeout with 40.7 seconds remaining. And the Red Knights on top by 3. This will be a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout with Muhlenberg. 40.7 left to go. Red Knight lead is 3 when we come back after this.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Right. 40.7 seconds left to go. 60-57. Reading on top. Muhlenberg with the basketball. Both teams still have 1 timeout left. Both teams over the limit in fouls.
Let's see what Matt Flowers draws up here out of the timeout, whether he goes for 2 or the tie with a 3.
Armstrong off the high screen to the right wing. Nothing on the back door. Swings it around for Malave. Malave hit the 3 that won it for the Mules in the quarterfinal. Nothing there. Gives it up for Armstrong with 23 seconds to go. Armstrong drives for Miller in the corner. Right back to Armstrong. 15 seconds. Armstrong through paint. Stripped by Cameron Jones. Red Knights have it back. DeCastro on the open floor to the rim. No. Mules will get it right back with 7 seconds to go.
They need a 3, though. Here it is.
Perez. Good if it
Blocked
goes.
by Jones.
Ball loose on the floor, and that will do it. The Reading Red Knights hold off Muhlenberg Down the
No,
stretch.
wait, Bob, hold on.
Hang on.
Referees are going to
There
take a
might
look
be
at
some time on the
Yeah,
clock.
there might be some time on the clock.
The shot by Perez was partially blocked and then loose on the floor.
By Cameron Jones, of course.
So Cameron Jones maybe with the defensive play of the game. We'll see if there's still another play left in the game. They're going to check to see whether there's time left on the clock.
Castro went to the basket trying to draw the foul, and it didn't really, the shot never really came close. Muhlenberg, here we go. There's going to be time.
3/10 of a second or 3 seconds?
3/10.
3/10.
Yep.
0.3 left on the clock. The officials got together. They determined what it is. There's no replay here.
And this has to be a catch. This has to be catch and shoot.
Yep.
Not even time.
It's got to be a 3.
It's got to be a 3.
So obviously, for Reading High, you're just going to guard the 3. If they throw anything inside, Rick Perez is checking to make sure where the ball will be inbounded from. And he's telling his guys, don't foul. Let's not forget that piece of the puzzle. Don't foul a shooter as well.
I'm surprised Josh Miller isn't on the floor right now.
It'll be Michael Miller, Jaden Perez, Eli Hemmings, Justin Armstrong, and Nelson Malave. Just making sure everybody sits down, just trying to cool the temperature as much as they can. 3/10 to go. Michael Miller is the inbounder for Hemmings. And it doesn't matter. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
That's
This
the
might
ball
not
game.
be over.
Wait a minute.
This might not be over. Yes,
Nope,
it is.
it is. It is
Officials
over.
are leaving the floor. The ball game is over. The Red Knights hold off the Mules 60-57. Our tournament championships are set. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more when we come back, including words with winning coach Rick Perez, our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game, all as part of our Pizza Coma Temple postgame show after this on WEEU and Reading.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
For over 50 years, Redner's Markets has been committed to delivering quality, freshness, and value to the communities we serve. From farm fresh local produce and quality meats to everyday grocery essentials, Redner's helps families put great meals on the table at prices they can trust. Shop smart, eat well, and save every day with Redner's Markets. Family owned, community focused, and proudly serving our neighbors since 1970.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Welcome to the Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the 5th Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is The Yard, virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. If you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como and The Yard, 4600 5th Street Highway in Temple. The Reading Red Knights with the victory tonight over the Muhlenberg Muhls, 60-57. It sends the Red Knights back to the county championship with a look for their first county title since 2023. And on the floor with our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game, Rich Garcella with Javon Merriweather. Rich, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. We're here with Reading sophomore Javon Merriweather, who came up with a couple massive plays in the final minute of the 60-57 win. You came up with a terrific pass to Justin DeCastro for the go-ahead basket, and you came up with a steal. What does this mean to you to win a game like this?
It means a lot, honestly. Like, we be working for this all the time, And just being able to do this, it means a lot. From where we came from December to now, it means so much to us.
How important was the defense, you guys' defense, especially when Muhlenberg kept coming in waves? You guys built the big lead, they'd come back. How important was the defense?
I mean, it was really important for them to go on a run and then us getting stops on every possession for the last 2 minutes of the game. That was real big, and that's why we closed out the game.
What this rivalry is so intense. You guys could end up playing next week in the district playoffs, but right now, what does it mean to you to be playing for the county championship Friday night against Berks Catholic?
I mean, it means a lot. It's my first time playing here in the county championship. It just means a lot to me and all of my teammates and my family here.
Javon, thank you so much. I'm going to get Justin, come on over here. Justin DeCastro, leading scorer tonight for Reading, scored the big basket off the pass from Javon Merriweather. Merriweather, a sophomore, to DeCastro, the junior. What does this mean to you, Justin?
It means a lot. Last year we came up short, so it's just good to get back in there and get another chance at the championship.
You guys have played 3 times. They kept coming back. You built an early lead. They kept coming back. Is that what you expected from them?
Always. That team, they love each other. Just the love they got is the same love we got. And we just knew we go on our runs, they go on their runs, and we know they was going to come back. But we stayed together, and that's what got us through at the end.
What does it mean to you to be playing for the championship Friday night?
It means a lot. It means a lot because we got our seniors here. Some of them, this is their last year, so I want to get this for them, just so they can leave the year, with a little chip, Yeah.
Thanks so much. I'm going to talk to Rick Perez, your coach, after the win tonight. Rick giving Justin a big hug. What did it take to win this game?
Well, before I talk about that, I just think that it's very important. And last time we were together with the Muhlenberg community, we didn't represent what we're supposed to do in this game. And I think we took a moment here to really spread a message to people. We're living in a world where, everyone is scrutinizing each other and judging each other. And here these young men came out, led right before God, and played a game that was in God's hands. Unfortunately, somebody got to come out with less points. But all these young men won today, and thank you to God.
You guys built the big lead early, yet they kept coming back. You'd go up, then you'd go up 8 or 10, and they kept coming back. Can you describe what this rivalry is like to people who haven't seen your two teams play?
It's brothers. I think the person that you fight the most and get most intense is your brother, right? And then your mom, dad, or if you're blessed to have, those are the people who got to break it up, and but we make each other better, and we know that they're not going to go away. We talked about it at the half. We talked about it in the second quarter, that they were just going to be bullish, and we had to really try to sustain that. And they didn't stop. We go up 9. They could have quit, on several occasions, and they didn't. But our young men just continued to stay resilient, and they continued with their relentless faith, and they made pushes of their own. So I'm so proud of them, how they grew here today.
When Muhlenberg finally took its first lead, you guys responded. Justin made 2 free throws, and then you got big plays from Javon Merriweather, you got big plays from Justin DeCastro, especially the defensive end, and then a big one by Cameron Jones at the end, blocked your son's 3-point shot that could have tied it. Just how important was the defense tonight?
Well, it was, we really defended the perimeter well early on. They did get us there later in the game, really getting to the basket. We talked about protecting the paint. But overall, we did a very good job, and then limiting them to one shot. They got some really timely offensive rebounds, but it didn't dominate the game. It just happened at a difficult time, at critical points.
I know you have a lot of emotions going on inside of you, but to come back to Reading and take this team to the county championship game in your first season back, what does it mean to you?
Well, Rich, this is not about me, and there's a lot of emotions in me, but it's not, I'm going to go love my son. You got an opportunity. You're in a semifinal to hit the game, game-tying shot. Son, that's an amazing experience. I get an opportunity to spend my time with these guys. This is my home, at the end of the day. But what I have realized over the past couple of years is this is my platform to help young people. That's the way that I help young people is through this game. So, for me, win, lose, or draw, I want to help young people. I want to hug young people, and I want to help them get into a next level of their life. And if I have to be, at the forefront of that, then I'll do it. And I'll do whatever it takes for all these young men to win, young ladies to win, whatever it is for our communities. I'll stand in on it. I'll be the chief. I'll be the Indian, because there's a bigger picture here.
Rick, thanks a lot. We'll see you Friday night back here at Santander.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
Bob, back to you.
Rick Perez doing what he always loves to do most, and that's talk to Rich Scarcella in the postgame. 60-57, Reading with the victory over Muhlenberg. We're going to take one quick timeout. We're back with our Reading Fighting Phils player of the game and our Celebration Villa of Exeter play of the game after this on WEEU in Reading.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by the Reading Fighting Phils and our old new Redners Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all new Redners Event Center banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all new Redners Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. Rich talked to him, Javon Merriweather, the sophomore who comes off the bench. Not everybody's willing to do that, but Javon Merriweather, one-time starter, they decided that, you know what, we're better with him coming off the bench to give them that offense. He averages 12.1 points per game, and he gave them that offense tonight. What did he get? 12 points per game, 12 points tonight, including a big three in the second quarter and 5 big points in the fourth quarter. And also, as Rich talked about, a big assist dumping off to Justin DeCastro to help the Red Knights hold off Reading High hold off Muhlenberg down the stretch, and as a result of that, the Red Knights are headed to the championship. Our play of the game brought to you by Celebration Villa of Exeter. One simple move, one simple price, $99. Celebration Villa of Exeter is offering a $99 rent in February if you signed up by February 13th. People often wish they hadn't waited so long to make the move. Celebration Villa of Exeter offers a welcoming environment, meaningful connections, and peace of mind. Take the next step and save. Call and schedule a tour at 610-370-2211. Well, back and forth late in this game. It was all Red Knights all the way up until Eli Hemmings made a big play for the Mules to give them their first lead at 55-54. But the Red Knights came right back on a dribble drive by Wesley Rosario that gave them the lead right back again. And the Mules ultimately could not change that when it was all said and done, and the Red Knights win the ball game by 3 points at 60-57. So the Red Knights improved to 18-6. Muhlenberg falls to 16-7. Again, the Mules will be back in the District 3 playoffs on Tuesday night. They are the 4th seed in the playoffs as of right now, and likely playing Cedar Crest on their home floor. The Red Knights are going to be back here on their home away from home. That is Santander Arena, and they will be playing Berks Catholic. So the lineup on Friday night, the girls' championship is at 6 o'clock. That will feature Exeter against Wilson, and the boys' championship is scheduled for 8 o'clock. That will be Berks Catholic taking on Reading High, and that will be our doubleheader on Friday night. We will have both games for you on the radio beginning at 5:45 for the girls' championship, and then we will stay on here for the boys' championship. And again, both games are available on our YouTube channel. You can watch both championship games from Santander Arena on our YouTube channel at 830WEU.com. Great night of basketball. Thanks to Jeff Nolan and Sean Tansky for their contributions on our play-by-play of Game 1 and Game 3. Great job by Matt Nah back at the WEU studios. for keeping the show on the road. If you missed any of the games tonight, they are available on our YouTube channel. You can go back and watch it at any point in time and get yourself primed for the championships on Friday night. We'll have them for you here on WEEU as the Red Knights win it. Final score, Reading High 60, Muhlenberg 57. For Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Thanks for listening and watching high school basketball on WEEU. We'll be back with more of it Friday night right here from Santander Arena.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High School Basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Savage Auto Group, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Keith HVAC, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Diefenbach Snacks, Habitat for Humanity Restore, Chick-fil-A, UECU, Overhead Door of Reading, Spots Insurance, Kuhn Funeral Home, Susan McFadden of Keller Williams Platinum Realty, Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf, Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society, Brad Coley Goosehead Insurance, Huber's Auto Group, Financial Planning Advisors, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fight and Phil's, and Celebration Villa of Exeter.
Listen all season long for comprehensive coverage and live play-by-play on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.